Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we'll be continuing with if Madoka was born in Dragon Ball Z. Now, if we haven't checked the last part, which you should, things gonna get even a lot more crazier for here on out. So, if you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe. It's free. You can always change your mind. Let us continue. Everyone's preparing for Moro's attack. He could come at any point a second. And sure enough, his ship arrives with dozens and dozens of prisoners start invading Earth. With what's left of everyone, they begin to fight the whole team, the whole prisoners. But once Moro shows up, Moro looks completely different. Unknown to everyone, Moro has consumed OG-73. He felt like he's above everyone, but the reason why he decided to absorb because this for extra assurance. He want to be cautious. He still believes he's above everyone even without it, but for him, he felt like this is overkill, but he doesn't know. But now with OG-73 absorbed within him, he's confident he could able to consume everyone's energy, and he's looking forward to his next meal. And since Goku was already here earlier, along with everyone else, except for Madoka, since they're still trying to contact her, which Whis was doing exactly just that, contacting Universe 11, since that's what she's currently at right now. And it might take her time to come back to Universe 7, but she said she's bringing in 2 extra helps, since one of her 2 friends wanted to join in to help in. So that's why they're taking a little bit longer. So right now, back at Earth, everyone has to defend the prisoners, and once they do, they have to deal with Moro himself. Sir Shabongo, whatever his name is, I don't care. I pronounced his name wrong. That dude, he was defeated by Goku. Like just in the manga, he defeated him with no problem. And Moro eventually overload him with energy and he just eventually dies. Nobody's strong enough right now, except the only strong people who could face Moro right now is Gohan, Goku, Broly, and of course Piccolo. Vegeta on the other hand, he's probably at Yamcha right now, so he's not going to come at any point in time. But right now, Moro's ready to scramble. He's ready to fight them all. He's ready to rumble. And right now, the first person who decides to go in is that Goku would. He doesn't have Ultra Instinct at will since he cannot access to it, but he knows how to bring it out. He needs to find a way to bring it out. Maybe if he has Ultra Instinct, he could stand a chance. But that isn't the case once they begin to fight. Goku has to go to Super Saiyan Blue right away, and honestly, he couldn't even land a hit on Moro. Since Moro absorbed both Goku Vegeta's energy back on Namek, and the fact he had OG-73 absorbed within him, he was a lot stronger than normal. Especially OG-73, since when he touched Gohan, he got a powerful boost of himself, which means that this Moro is a monster. Way stronger than the Ultra Instinct Moro in the original manga story. Of course, everyone has to jump in at some point. Piccolo jumps in, Gohan jumps in, and Broly jumps in. They're still kind of scared of Broly because basically Broly is just an overwhelming all-you-can-eat buffet dessert for Moro. And if you think that Moro's going to overload himself with energy, well, this time Moro is a lot stronger, so this time he can actually handle Broly's energy. Although he don't want to be too greedy since he's a lot more cautious than originally. He's not going to get too overconfident seeing how strong these guys are. So he's going to take their energy little by little. Not everything, because he don't want to overload himself and kill himself. But even with the 4 group, they're only able to push him back. Goku has to use his Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 40 since he's able to access this. Piccolo powered up to his 100% of his power. Gohan transformed to his Beast mode, and Broly to his Super Saiyan form. It's a very, very tough battle, and at this point, Moro is actually draining the planet's energy along with the bystanders like Krillin, Tien, Yamcha, etc., who's draining their energy from far away without them knowing. And at one point, the worst happens, because Moro suddenly grabbed the necks of Goku and Piccolo from behind, and they both jump away thinking that they're about to be blasted into nothing, but then Moro begins to fire a powerful mouth blast towards them. They quickly dodge it, but then Moro somehow instant transmission to Goku and fire a Kamehameha, which completely catch Goku off guard. How he's able to use his techniques, at which Moro laughs. he able to copy their abilities. And unlike Summon 3, these are permanent. He keeps them forever. He has Goku's powers, and he has Piccolo powers. He also got his regeneration. And now everyone's in really big trouble now. They know about Moore's copy abilities, so they had a 40 game charge by their necks. But still, this is not good at all. At some point, Broly does transforms again into his legendary Super Saiyan form. So Beast Gohan and Broly both rush in at Moro. Goku and Piccolo rush in as well. The four of them rush in, however Moro is able to handle them all pretty easily. With Goku and Piccolo's moves, it makes it a lot more easier for them. Even if Broly unlocked this new strange hair. I mean, he never seen a Saiyan have green hair before, but his energy is overflowing and just keep growing stronger and stronger and stronger. Which more actually just felt Broly's attacks. Like, each of them hurts than the last. And more decided to take this a little more seriously. And the moment Piccolo or Goku rush in, he clearly extend his hand out, and then, well, you guessed it, he pierced Goku's chest, which puts Goku out of the battle. Then, next up to go is Gohan. And while Gohan Beast form is incredibly powerful, I could say even stronger than Goku's Ultra Instinct form, even if he unlocks it. Moro is simply too much for the three warriors combined. And just as he's about to finish them off, Vegeta arrives, and with his Force Spirit Vision, he is able to also lose badly. Because in the original story, you know, Vegeta couldn't really do anything to Final Form Moro. And here, this Moro is a lot stronger than his original self, so it's even a bigger stomp. Even if Vegeta is stronger than Canon, Moro is also way stronger than Canon. And just as Moro is about to finish him off next, all of a sudden, dozens and dozens of arrows hit Moro right over his body. And this actually caught Moro off guard, getting hit by a bunch of them, but he's able to instant transmission out of the beams. Well, they're not beams, they're actually key-shaped arrows, but just pink color. He looked around to see who did it, and when he looks up at the sky, dozens of bullets hit Moro next, launching him to the ground. He gets up, and three girls shows up, which is Madoka, Homura, and Mami. And finally, they arrive to Universe 7, which the Sea Fighters are elated to see them back. Although it took them so long, which Madoka apologized, but she's ready to help now. Moro gets up. He never seen these three before, and their power, that's something to be interested in. They make for a good snack. And now, their battle has begun. No other words exchanged. And right now, Madoka, Homura, and Mami has been training together for so long. They actually got a really perfect synergy. In fact, this actually tripped up Moro a bit, but he's able to use one of Goku's and Piccolo's technique. Like using Piccolo's technique, trying to go giant to reach, try to hit them. Or at least using Goku's instant transmission, or the Kamehameha. Which does land a few times, but Madoka has seen Goku's and Piccolo's technique before firsthand, so she knows how to deal with this. And not only that, but Homura's Hakai energy is also pretty destructive, able to erase one of Moro's attacks. Heck, she can even time skip thanks to his training, which does trips up Moro even more. As for Mami, well, she could create many key-shaped rifles that could shoot endless waves of bullets. And while Moro does try to at least eat the attacks, there will always be a time where Homura try to fire her Hakai attacks while Mami using her own attack. And Moro does try to eat the Hakai, but for some reason, his instincts tell him not to, and he quickly dodges the attack. He doesn't know why, but he feels like he can't eat that. If he does, he get erased. So he doesn't even bother trying to eat the Hakai, because that's not good news. He's not going to eat it and get erased. And this is where he actually finally gets pushed back to a corner, and Moro is getting angry. And at some point, something awoken within him. His fur suddenly turned white. Suddenly, he just got the Ultra Instinct power. And remember when I said that Goku couldn't have the Ultra Instinct form at will? Well, this is part of Goku's technique. the Ultra Instinct, even though Ultra Instinct is just a form, it's still treated as both, as we've seen with Beerus and Goku. So that means more able to get Ultra Instinct, but even then, that still won't be enough. However, with his dodging skills and maybe his speed, he might able to catch one of them off guard, maybe grab one of their necks. But however, he needs to pick the right one. His only two options right now is Madoka or Homura, since the Hakai energy will be a lot useful. But also, as for Madoka's power, Moro for some reason says it's great power in this one. He needs to take this one's power. Of course, he was complicating on which one to take, Madoka or Homura. Homura's time skip and Hakai will be extremely useful, but Madoka seems stronger than that one. So, he just go whatever. He try to take whatever power they could take from him. So, just as he gets his one opening, he finally gets that one opening, able to grab Madoka's neck. And with this, his fur and his eyes suddenly turn pink, and his eyes goes yellow. He has taken Madoka Kaneme's goddess power, and with this, he got a lot stronger, and now he's confident he could take them all on. At this point, he felt like he's stronger than the god of destruction, and Madoka did not expect this. The Sea Fighters tried warning her about it, but it was already too late. Moro's energy is overflowing. Even Beerus could sense it, and he's actually surprised by this. How strong is this mortal? Beerus might actually have to interfere. Back on Earth, yeah, everyone's getting in trouble now. Moro's finally able to close the gap between Madoka, Homura, and Mami. The only reason he isn't overpowering them is because he's finding all three of them. And all three of those have perfect synergy and combos attack, but Moro's own abilities also keeps him up high. And by now, they need to find a way to defeat Moro. And Moro's now going to go corrupt in power, since he's a lot stronger before. However, I feel like this will still make him uncontrollable, since he still doesn't have complete control of this new power he just took from Madoka, because his body is actually leaking. It's actually leaking in power, and he might actually explode. And everyone noticed this. Moro could not contain the power. He's growing larger, he's growing bigger, he's growing limp. At first, he was closing the gap, but now he's actually losing. And that mainly because he couldn't contain the power. So he decided to do something drastic. He actually merges himself with the planet Earth. And now, if he dies, he'll at least take everyone along with the universe. No, even the multiverse with him. That's how strong he becomes. He becomes so strong that he becomes a multiverse threat. And this explosion is very, very destructive. And more, well, out from the ground to Earth, dozens of more appeared, with some of the same power like he does have earlier. At least Earth can help him contain the power, or at least for a while. He could still going to explode, but at least he'll take everyone out with him. He's not going to die here. He'll at least take everyone out with him. And this is kind of bad because without Whis here, because Whis is watching from afar, they have no way of knowing how to defeat Moro. However, Vegeta thinks that Force Spirit Fission might be the only way. He could try to defuse Moro out of the planet, but he needs to buy time. Madoka Kaname also has some Force Spirit Fission, so they decide that they need to use that. They think that this might be the only way, but Vegeta's not strong enough to do it, but Madoka is. So that's what she's gonna do. So right now, everyone gets up. They power up to the full power. And with all the stress going on, this also happens to make Goku to use his Ultra Instinct Omen. Not the completed version, but the Omen. Vegeta go to his Super Saiyan Blue evolution power. Piccolo go to his full power mode, go on to his peace form. Broly now able to use his full powered Super Saiyan form, the green hair form, although he still has somewhat control of it. He doesn't have complete control, but at least some control. He at least cautious in this form. And everyone else charged in, defending against the army of Moro, but also defending Madoka, trying to use Force Spirit Fission to at least try to get more off this planet, to at least try to get more off Earth, because that's the only way she can win. And with all this stress, she needs time. And it's actually working. Moro's actually being pulled out from the planet Earth. I wish Moro couldn't believe it. How these fools are this strong. He's not gonna let this happen. But eventually, And for a while, Monica's able to put Moro out of the earth. And his body just slingshot out of the earth. And quickly, Homura decided that the best way to keep Moro from not exploding is by erasing him. So everyone gathered their energy, giving it to Homura. And as Moro tried to fly back to the earth, going to Kaioken even, he doesn't care anymore. He doesn't care if he dies, he needs to kill these people. And just before he could even fire his Kamehameha, his powerful one ever, all of a sudden, he felt a strange feeling behind him. A destructive feeling. He couldn't see who it is because someone appeared just almost instantaneously. And the last thing he hears is the word Hakai. Moro screams as he's then completely erased from existence. That was too close. Almost too close. They could have lost, but thankfully Monica, Homura, and Mami able to help them out. Moro was completely erased. Homura flies back to Earth, powering down. That was too close for comfort. But they all thank each other. And especially thank Homura and Mami for helping. The two girls just leave back to their own universes. And everyone gets to celebrate. And Monica is pretty proud of herself of her new strength. I mean, Homura and Mami are really interesting persons. She thought this to herself while flying with the others to go home to eat, to celebrate. I mean, these girls have potential like her. But also for some reason, she felt like she met them before. Maybe in another reality they did, but she's not too sure. I mean, all three have really great potential. It'd be a shame if there's one certain person that has the same potential like them, but used for evil. I mean, there's no way anyone have that same potential like that, right? Well, only time will tell. For now, this is where we leave this one for now. The next part is the finale, so I'll make sure I make it a blast. Anyway, thank you for watching. This has been the longest series I have ever made. And now we can finally end it in part 19. Thanks for watching.